immortal words of the great Chumbawamba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. And that is exactly what we're doing right here, right now. Hey guys, how you doing? FM Dale here. Welcome to We're All Wednesday, Ain't We? When we are back in the championship. Not where we want to be, but not giving up. That's the most important part of this whole series. This is the series that goes the whole route of FM22. You'll see loads of people now quitting on their saves, starting new saves. Not this one, guys. This one is going the whole way until we get to FM23. On that notice, I will maybe do one of the videos that everybody else has done about what they want to see in FM22. I might do that, I might not. Let me know if you'd like to see that. And two, start thinking for what team you'd like me to start as in FM23 as well. But enough about that. Let's talk about today. Today we are back in the championship. We know that. We got a big game against Sheffield United today, who were also relegated with us last season. Our team is looking a little bit different. The league has also started as well, as you can see just around here. A lot of us still haven't played, but some wins early doors. And I think early doors, it's always good to see what is expected of us this season. According to the season preview, guys, we're expected to finish 6th this year, which would be a playoff spot. That is the positive we're taking with us, a grasp. I tell you what, though, the board themselves have just said to us that we want a mid-table finish. So there is no pressure, I think, this year, depending on what we do. But it would appear very, very little pressure. You'll see down here a couple of players have come in, a couple of players have gone out. You'll see a player over here saying Sheffield Wednesday's one of our players is in the key players in the league. Of course they are. But who's in, who's out? The ins won't take long. Let's get to that. I say it won't take long because a lot of these boys were here last season, but they didn't sign until this season. And this is the main one. It's Martin Neto. He's come in. He's an advanced playmaker, deep lying. He's basically our new midfielder. He is the guy that we're basing a lot of this on. We signed him last year, if you remember, in January, but he didn't arrive at £8.5 million, which is an awful lot of money, but we had that money in the Premier League. We don't have it now. But we have lost a player, which has given us some more money. So, hey, we'll get to that. But Martin Neto is in the team. He is here. He's come from Villarreal. He's been playing a little bit. 2 games. That's more than he played when we signed him. So, Martin's in. Let's hopefully he can make a difference. Another boy who you won't have seen play for us, but you will start to now, is Richie Murder, who we signed again last season. We sent him out on loan. Didn't think he was ready for the Premier League. I don't think he was ready for the Premier League. He went on loan to Norwich in the Championship. A 6.78, 20 games, 2 goals. Playing predominantly from the right wing there and off the bench, which is where he'll be for us as well. He'll be moving into the first team here. He's in the under-23s at this point, but I'm just going to move him to the senior team as we've got a little bit of an issue, guys. And when I say we've got an issue, I mean we have got an issue. First of all, I'm going to let you know who's gone. That's always good to know, who's left. And then I will let you in on what it can only be described as really, really, really worrying. Jake Clark-Salter has gone. He went on a free at the end of last season. He's gone to Blackburn at 30. He didn't play a lot last season, which was the disappointment for him. But in those 6 games, when you've got a 6.2, you're never going to play more. He's already played yesterday for Blackburn in the Championship. Will be nice to see him again. Another player who has gone, long-term player, Xavier Simons. He never quite got into our first team, really. And I don't think he was going to this year. And I think it was just honesty, not giving him a new contract and saying, why don't you try and make the most of a new team? Which is what he's done at Cardiff. First game, very, very good, 7.2. We would have taken that at any point. He never quite showed that quality for us. We all knew that Ivan Aguirre was leaving. He was leaving, he has left. He's gone to Frankfurt. That's where he's taken his free transfer to. 5.4 mil is what he's worth now. But a 6.66. I mean, that says all about him, really. Everything about him from last season. Not good enough for us. Didn't live up to it. He was a championship player for sure. Just couldn't make that next step. Going to the Bundesliga. Going to play at a decent club in Frankfurt. Best of luck to him, really. One that may surprise a few is I've let Tom Holmes go. And I say it may surprise a few because the board were not happy about it. He would have been very, very good at this level, but he was C-. So I was like, well, he was on quite a high wage. I thought, I'm going to let him go and hopefully I'll bring somebody else in. As we've got enough players in that position, I think we'll be fine. He's gone to Millwall. We can look at the money and the disappointment of that. A £1.7 million signing and then a £900,000 letting him go. But a 6.6 in his first game for Millwall says we might have done the right job there. Then the one that may disappoint a few. It is Roberto Massimo. We did let him go. He wanted to leave. We knew that. And you know what? Again, he didn't hit it in the Premier League, but what he did outside of the Premier League was magic. And that would have been great to have this season. But a £5.75 million bid from Brighton, we couldn't be turning that down. We had hardly any money, to be honest, in the bank account. So we couldn't be turning it down. A chance for him to go into the Premier League and really show what he's worth. And the other guy that we've let go, again, I think this is decent business, but he again wanted to go to the Premier League. And you can't blame him for that. Christian Oliveira, Kike, as he is known, has left as well. He's gone to Burnley, 26 years old. He's not lived up to his potential at all. We signed him for £7.75 million. I said, this boy is going to make all the difference. He's going to be huge for us. He wasn't huge for us. He got another 6.66 rating, 11 games, 2 assists, just nothing in it. Very surprised when an offer came in from Burnley. I just kept pushing it. I kept pushing it, saying, look, I'm not going to accept that because at the end of the day, we still need players. We're quite low on players in our squad. And I was like, we need players and we need players. And they took a 9.5 mil. So I wasn't going to turn it down, guys. I was not going to turn that down. I thought that was incredible money for a player who really hasn't hit it. But fingers crossed he does, you know. Fingers crossed he does. Now, we'll talk about the thing. That's the issue we've really got to talk about. Injuries. Harvey Vale is out, guys. He was going to be a huge player, I thought, for us this season. 24 years old. If you remember, we got him for £400,000 and he did very, very, very well for us last time in the Championship. And I thought, you know what? Perfect. This is going to be his season. If you go and have a look, where is the injuries? He's out for 2 to 4 weeks out with a sprained ankle ligament. To be honest with you, though, he seems to be coming back quicker than it said. I'm pretty sure when he went down, it was 2 months to 3 months. So that's going really well. Our physio's doing well. But talking about months out, Armando Broja is out for 3 to 4 months. This is the guy that we were basing this season on. He's always been good. I say he's always been good. He was one of the ones who actually got 2.7 rating last year. He was absolutely, in my opinion, going to smash it this season. And he's out for 3 to 4 months, which means we have to get a striker in. It was never the plan this year to try and buy a striker. We've got Marin, the 21-year-old Mexican who didn't do it last year. Thought Broja and Fink, we've still got enough quality in there for the Championship. We haven't now. We haven't for 3 to 4 months out. We're going to have to buy a striker. We've not done much business in. You've seen it. It's been a very, very difficult transfer window for us. It's not over yet, the transfer window, but with these injuries, it's looking painful. But let's get to the first game of the season. It is actually a Sheffield derby, the Steel City derby, straight away rocking in with a lot of pressure on us. You know, it's a C+ rating as a manager at the moment. It's not the greatest position for us to be in, but we've got Sheffield United today, and a win would be huge for us. A huge, huge victory it could be. We didn't beat them last season, so it's not, you know, it's not something we're banking on, but it's something we would absolutely adore today. You can see the teams in the league in hand. They've started with Norwich down here unexpectedly, Swansea as well after the first game, Bournemouth at the top, Palace at the top. They're expected to go up. Let's see what we can do. So we are at Hillsborough to kick off the new campaign with a positive start. That's what we're looking for the team as it looks. You'll see a lot of these guys from last year, but hopefully in this league they'll do a lot better. Hazard will be in goal for us at the start of the season. We had a bid come in from West Ham for him. Turned it down. Was nowhere near big enough. James Bree is starting at right back for us. It's also because João Cancelo is injured. I didn't show him on the last list of people who are injured. João Cancelo is one of them. James Bree coming in. We know he's done it in the Championship before. Please let him do it again. Vazquez and Cuckoo are the 2 centre backs for us this season. We're working on trying to bring McKenna in, but it looks like he might actually be starting for Manchester United. Elizondo will be playing on the left. Neto and Norman in the midfield. Sibley on the right wing. Birch on the left. Fabio Carvalho is back. It's like a new signing after his loan spell in France. And Marin is up front. Their team is Rui Costa, Klosterman, Dedovic, they've not made that easy. Let's just get to the game. You know what we could really, really, really do with a win. This is how we're looking if you want to know. The picture. Lowry on the bench there. Murder on the bench. They're back in to help this club this season. They're playing the same formation, but they have some absolute quality in their team. Some players who really shouldn't be playing in the Championship. I would expect them to go up, definitely. But we want to be going up with them, right? Kick off. Let's go. Nothing's happened. It's not, well, literally, as I start to speak, there is something happening. It is us, and it's Norman into Carvalho. Carvalho goes to back post, and Bert shoots. Oh, it's saved. But Carvalho is back in. Are we going to get another chance? Bree flies it over the bar. But what I will say is we've started well. They've not had a shot. Definitely not one on target. We've had 8 shots so far, 3 on target. We're back in right now as Birch plays it round to Marin. I think we're good at this level. I'm hoping we are, as these players are getting a little bit older as well. Sibley, Cavallo, oh, he's missed. He's got to score. He's got to score. One chance. Hopefully, we could just nick one before half time. It's over again. Oh, we need this. We need a goal because you know how this works. If we don't get it, they may nick it. And Bree on the right-hand side puts it inside to Carvalho. We've been all over them in this first half. Surprisingly so, it has to be said. Carvalho's tackled in Yates. Don't do this to me just before half-time. They've not even had a shot. Not even had a moment as Bree collects the ball. And they are a lot calmer than I am, except for Neto, who's giving it away. What's Yates going to do here? He's going to play it inside. They're definitely going to have a chance. He's onside. It's Yates. It's safe. Spellman. Oh, Hazard. Wow. Wow. All of you who doubted Hazard, that is what he can do. First half, we've been great, guys. We just need to, we need to score. Kick off for the second half and simply just trying to give them belief. You know who it is again, though. It's Marin down here. 6'3". When you look at his stats, he's an absolute baller. But on the pitch, he's got nothing. Bree, throw in. Here we go. Sibley into Carvalho. Bree again. The assist king. Hopefully he can be the assist king this season as well. Birch, is he onside? He's offside anyway, so the miss isn't as bad as it first appeared. We've made a sub, though. Murder is coming on for his debut for us, for Marin, who's not played well. Right, we're about to make a double sub. One of the subs is Sibley, who's come off. And on has come Ennis. If you remember Ennis, he's definitely good enough. Let us on it. Oh! You know what's nice to see? It's nice to see this attacking football, though, isn't it? It's nice to see us doing it. We should have scored. We've had look, the XG is ridiculous. We should have scored here and we haven't. But negatives and positives. Start of the season, at least we're attacking. Just wish we'd have come away with the win. But when you look at this, 7-4 Hazard, 7-7, 7-7, 7-4, 7-2, 7-6, 7-7. Those are fantastic scores. Again, front three here. Fuchs came on as a sub. Ennis, Murder as well. Sibley, Birch and Marin just didn't do enough to score. 2.62. Boys, we've got a League Cup game, which I'm going to show. We're going to see it. Why not? We weren't going to, but I'm going to show it. After the long episode last time, I was like, I'm not sure. We will. It's going to be young players, though. So here we go. First round of the League Cup. I wasn't sure whether to show it or whether not to, but if you're like me, you like to see some of the non-first team players getting a chance, and you may like to see what they're like or the backups that we have in the team, and that's what we're doing today. We're showing you the backups. Bazunu is in goal. Bree at right back. Thior, who is back this season, was on loan last season. Alvin East, who's taken over the club captaincy because he's only 22, but he's got such a big potential. We want to keep him here. Castillo, who is asking to leave the club. That's important to know right now. He's asked to go out on loan, so we might do it. Well, mainly because of the belief of how important he has been to us in the past and how long he's been at the club. Talking about Tom Lowry, the man, the myth, the legend that is Tom Lowry. He is still at the club and he will be playing today in the middle with Sarr, who's back from suspension. Ennis is on the right wing, Fuchs on the left. Gabriel playing behind the striker, who is Marin. Hopefully he can get a goal today and completely stop thinking about all the misses he's been having this season. Hazard, Cuckoo, Sibley, Murta, who will more than likely come on. Fink is on there as well, probably will come on as well. Kick off for this game, and I'm really hoping we can have a similar game to what we had against Sheffield United, where we were the team on complete control of it. I mean, we haven't got the first team players out there, but we'll see what we can do. Anyway, it looks like they're going to come forward first with Paprinik, who is going down that left-hand side. He puts the ball back into John. John to Cipriano. Oh, great chance. I think someone must have been offside. Yeah, Paprinik was back again. It's them again. It is our second team. Let's be aware of that. Trying to give some of them a rest because we've got Blackpool not long. So we may not be as in control as this as we possibly could be otherwise. But Marin is through. Is he missed it? I don't even... Where's the goal line technology there? We're back. We're back in control as well. Gabriel going around the back for Fuchs. Fuchs, can he put a good ball in? Marin, no, it's one he can't, but two, Marin missing that opportunity is really... It was such an opportunity. He should be scoring that. I think he's got like 17 finishing. I don't understand how he misses these opportunities. As Ennis puts it to Marin. He won't miss that one. That is what we're talking about, son. That is it. If he can do that on the regs, we will go up this season. Yes, this is the League Cup. It's not the league, but we needed him to score. That's the reason he played today. And Ennis did a great job. It's actually really nice football. And when he puts the ball in, Marin nods in. Bottom corner. Let's do. We're back again. Familia Castillo. Could be his last game for us. Going out on loan possibly, as I say at the start. As Fuchs and him play beautiful football between the two. Arent to Gabriel. Gabriel turns to Marin. Marin to Fuchs. Should score. Should score. He's offside anyway. Half time. 1-0. We're in the right position. We're doing okay. Kick off for the second half. Told them not to let it go to their heads. Well, let's see if we can get going straight away. Actually, Bazunu. No, Marin does not get the header away. Not surprising. He's not really known for his heading, even though he scored a wonderful headed goal today. As Freeman comes forward, it should be taken by East. He's got to do better than that. Alexander has absolutely mugged him off. And Anderson has it on the right-hand side here, running up the wing, crosses it in. Good clearance that time from East. That is what we're talking about from the boys. Gabriel, who's doing okay in this position, gives it over to Ennis. We know he can score. He's not scored, though, but it might be a corner for us. And this is you know what? This episode has already had more positivity than I think any last season. As the ball's whipped in, and it is cleared as well. Anderson rocks in it into the back post bridge, back across the goal. Oh my gosh, that's nervy. Anderson back in. It's got to be. It's offside. Don't you worry about it. Georgios Kyprianou is offside. We've brought on Fink. We've brought on Murder. He was a mile off. I wasn't even worried about it, guys. Look at that. Miles and Miles. It's about half a foot, isn't it, really? It's ridiculous. But we knew. Back again. East to Saar here. Going over the top to Fuchs. He's done all right, actually. Give him cred. As Gabriel randomly deflects off him and he's turned a shot. Oh my gosh. Second goal of the season for Gabriel. And I do not know how that's true because we've only seen both of the games here today. And it says second goal of the season for Gabriel. It's definitely his first. Second probably for the club maybe. I don't know what the game's talking about. But it's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty. Love to see the positivity for today's game. It's a lot nicer to be in this situation than losing every single week. A draw and what appears like it's going to be a win as Gabriel goes forward, gives it back to Familia Castillo. What looks like it's going to be a win. It's just so good to see. Saar, Murder, Rich. It says his second goal of the season. There is some glitch going on and I'm not sure what it is. It's not his. It's his very first goal for Sheffield Wednesday is what it is. As Richie Murder here, the young lad who we brought in, sent him out on loan last season, is just nodded it in there at the back post in what I think is his first game in the Carabao Cup for us. Brilliant to see. Full-time 3-0 and positivity for you guys. Look at this. Who remembers these greens? I don't remember them. They feel so long ago. Bazunu 7-5, Castillo 7-3, 8-1, Alvin E, 7-7 Thor, 8-1, 7-8, 7-2, 7-8, 7 for Finko. All the players who were subbed were on at least 7. This is what we're talking about. So when are we coming back? The sketch, as we know, I plan to not show as many games so we can get promotion, but we'll see how it all goes this season. You know we're coming back for these games, so we're going to come back for the Huddersfield game, and then we'll have the transfer window as well within that whole game. That's what we're going to do. And guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all the beautiful stuff, especially if you think we can get promotion this season. We'll have a lot better clue when we come back for the Huddersfield game if we will be in a better position or not. We'll also know exactly what we need from the transfer window. Now, I can promise you that I will be looking at your messages, looking at everything that you send, whether you be on Twitter, on FM Dale, or one, or if it's on here. If you send me any messages here, I always look at them, always look to try and sign players that you say. It often doesn't work as well as I want it to. But if you let me know what you think we need, what we don't need, get them in the comments. It's always lovely to hear from you guys. And guys, remember, above all, we're all Wednesday, ain't we? Toodle pip, guys.